At the very outset, I must congratulate all the award winning authors of different titles representing different languages of the country. And the Vice President, who has recently been selected as Vice President of this prestigious National Academy of Letters, and then the various chairpersons of different advisory committees of different regional languages, and the respectable members of the general body, and the eminent writers. And yesterday I made it clear to you people, sir, that whenever we talk of writing or a creative process, to me as a writer, it seems that it is a dialogue of a writer with his own creative self. The dialogue that is later on defined by the specific linguistic culture, specific language metaphor, and the cultural identity of that very geoclimatic region. At the very outset, I feel immense pleasure to extend heartfelt thanks and gratitude to the National Academy of Letters, SITI Academy, New Delhi, for honoring me with the Best Book Award in Kashmiri Language for the year 2022 in the category of literary criticism. The award provides an authentic legitimacy to the literary contributions of writers in the diverse fields of literary specialization. All genuine writers from the day first nurture the dream to get this honor sooner or later in their lifetime. I feel privileged to be counted among the galaxy of writers and amid this august body of eminent writers who represent various regional and national languages of the country. I find myself truly elevated to the stature of a genuine writer. The Valley of Kashmir, besides its enchanting treasure of vast natural beauty, has a distinction of having served as one of the highest centers of competitive learning in its hoary past. It is the only region in the entire subcontinent that has an honor of possessing an unbroken historical record since abode of historical for 2000 years. Kashmir has been an abode of Sanskrit learning, and this small vale has issued masterpieces in history, poetry, romance, fable, and philosophy. Observed by Sir George Grierson, mentioning that Kashmiris have reasons to be justly proud of the literary glories of the land, Grierson added that Kashmir was for centuries the home of the greatest Sanskrit scholars and at least one great Indian religion, that is Shaivism. The written literary tradition in Kashmiri language is almost stretched over some 1000 years. Prior to Laldet, it is Shati Kanch's Mahane Prakash, an anthology of some 94 works, which is considered to be the maiden written collection of Kashmiri verse. But from all standards of established literary canons, it is Laldet, the 14th century poet, followed by her younger contemporary Sheikh Nuruddin Rishi, who it is said have laid a well-defined foundation of strong literary poetry with diverse thematic and formalistic experimentation, remained the predominant mode of creative expression in Kashmiri language. The prose literature of Kashmir in Kashmiri witnessed its emergence in the form of religious translations, initiated by the role of Christian missionaries by translating pieces of Bible and other allied literature. The structured usage of prose as one of the creative compositions started with the beginning of the progressive writers' movement towards around 30s of the previous century, and it was the fictional prose, particularly Afsana, which gained momentum under the impact and influence of progressive writers' movement. The other forms of prose literature like drama, novel, travelogue, biographies, essays, and other forms of prose literature, drama, novel, and other literary criticism assumed little attention or focus all through this period. The credit goes to Abdul Ahad Azad, the first progressive poet of Kashmiri, who for the first time by writing a three-volume history of Kashmiri poetry laid the foundation of the tradition of history writing in Kashmir. Taking cue from Azad's literary historical narrative, Avatar Krishan Rahbar published first volume of History of Kashmiri Literature, and as promised, the author could not accomplish this task to pen down the left out portion of the said literary history. Professor Shafi Shauk, along with his